Celestial Beings, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Celeste and I offer tarot readings just like this one, as well as other spiritual guidance videos. And in each one of my videos I do like to offer heart-centered healing, so I offer that as a bonus energy healing as part of these readings, so I hope you enjoy that as well. But if you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and join our family of Celestial Beings, and while you're at it, hit that notification bell so you are always notified every time I post a new video every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Alright, so let's dive into this reading. I'm super excited to see what messages we have. I am a romantic at heart, so I am so excited to find out these love stories from all of your past lives. As you guys know, this is a general reading, so the messages in each one of these piles may be for more than one people at a time. So because I'm getting multiple messages for each of these piles, some may resonate with you and some may not. So as with most general readings, do be sure to check with yourself with what resonates with you, what messages you feel are meant for you, and then leave the others that do not resonate, because those are most likely for somebody else who has chosen that pile as well. Also, I just want to mention real quick that if you are interested in a personal reading from me, I do private readings as well, and you can contact me. I will leave my contact information in the description box below so that you can email me directly and set up a private reading. So let's just dive into this reading and find out what juicy past life love story happened to you in a past life. For pile number 1, we have a Celestite stone. Pile number 2, we have Adventurine. Pile number 3, we have a red tiger's eye. And pile number 4, we have a Fluorite stone. So now is the part where you take a closer look at each one of these piles and take a deep breath. See which one you are most drawn to. You may want to pause the video and take a look at each pile one by one. See which one you are pulled towards. What do you feel energy surrounding? You know the drill. So once you figure it out, which pile is for you and which pile has messages for you about your past life love story, then you can head on down to the description box below where I've placed timestamps for each one of these readings, and feel free to watch more than one pile if you are drawn to them, because you have probably lived multiple past lives, so there may be multiple stories for you in this reading. Alright, with that said, I will see you guys over at your personal reading. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 1. I have your pile right here with the Celestite stone on it. So with that said, let us just dive in and see what your love story in a past life was all about. Okay, we have the King of Cups. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Star. And lastly, we have the Ten of Cups. Okay, you guys, I am seeing a beautiful love story that you have had in a past life. Now, we have the King of Cups, which is just this masculine energy of love. And of course, we have the Two of Cups next, which is you guys reuniting or uniting in a beautiful way. And then the Star card, which is just so much hope and promise for your future. And really lastly, I see you guys coming together in a beautiful happy ending. I feel like this love story was just really powerful and strong. You guys had a very deep connection right away. I almost feel like with the Star card that you guys almost like met eyes and just instantly connected, but that maybe you didn't marry. Maybe you were younger than this other person, maybe a lot younger. I'm seeing with the King of Cups that this was an older person, maybe a male or a female, it could be, but it was a very strong masculine energy I'm seeing, and that this love was an instant connection. Okay, you guys have a really strong and powerful connection. I feel like this was a soulmate connection that has happened in a past life, if not something more deeper, possibly a twin flame connection. I do also get the sense that you guys probably will connect again in this lifetime if you have not done so already, because of just the really strong and deep, powerful love connection that was between the two of you. And I feel as though with the Ten of Cups that together you really created a family and that you really had a happily ever after. I'm not seeing that anything got in the way of your love, other than that it may have just been later in life for one of you or both of you where you guys finally met. And this sparked a really powerful union between you two where you may have started out in life being separated and being very almost like you were feeling like you were missing your other half for a lot of your life, or for the first part of your life before meeting this person. But once you met and connected, you guys were inseparable. And I'm just seeing that so much healing happens between the two of you. And actually this significant other for you is a very healing type of energy, a very emotional, watery type of energy for many of you. And I'm also seeing that this person is just very loving and open with their feelings and their emotions. So it's almost like as soon as they saw you, as soon as you guys met, and this spark happens with the Star card, which is also a major arcana card here, which just means kind of like a destiny between the two of you. But I am seeing that once like you guys met, they could not hold back their love and their emotional feeling for you in that lifetime. I'm just seeing so much amazing things opened up for you as soon as you guys met. So I'm feeling as though when you guys were together, you were able to do so much more in your life, and that you guys really connect at a deeper level than most people. And once you do connect, it's like amazing, beautiful, abundant things just start to happen to you guys being together. It's like this really amazing spark and connection where once you see each other and once you met each other in this life, almost like you realize what the true meaning of your life was. With the Star card, I'm just seeing like you were like, had this moment of like, oh my gosh, like this is what I've been waiting for this whole time, was to meet this other person. And then once you did, you just created a beautiful, happy family together. I'm seeing that you really had a beautiful home together. You raised children together. For many of you, I'm seeing you did have children and had a family, and it was a very loving family. So I almost feel like there's this karmic sense to this relationship where this relationship in your past life has brought you a lot of karmic relief and release and healing, and that this was a lifetime where you were really gifted with a beautiful relationship. You're really gifted with this connection to somebody that was very beautiful and very spiritual. You know, on a spiritual level, it was very healing for you. It actually helped you almost like raise your vibration and take a step up for your ancestry, for your family at a very, extended level, where it wasn't just the relationship itself, although that was very, very passionate and loving, almost instantaneous, if not like love at first sight type of a romance. But then once you guys came together, you were able to create a family life that was just beautiful, that was just very healing, and your children as well were just raised in a very loving environment because you guys had this really amazing deep connection. So wow, group one, off the bat, this is just an amazing love story that I'm seeing you and this other person in a past life were just meant to be. You're just like destined to be together. And I do feel as though this person, if they are not a love interest in this life, they may even just come back in your life currently as just somebody who you feel a deep loving connection with, where when you're around this person, you're just kind of light up. I'm really seeing both of you guys light up together. And being around each other is very healing and warm and comforting because you feel this sense of home with them. So if you do have a connection with that with somebody already, let me know in the comments down below. Like if you met this person or you feel like you know who this person is in this lifetime, I would love to know. But if you have not met them yet, this person is definitely part of your soul group. So you can probably expect to see them coming back into your life when you need them most, and having this amazing connection with them just like instantly, like old friends coming back together again. And if not, again, in a romantic relationship, they're definitely going to be someone very close to you who you just feel warm and comfortable, like just instantly, like you know them from another life, because you are just so connected with this person that as soon as you see them, it's like you just have an instant recognition of who they are, and that you guys are just like on the same level. All right, so let's take a look at your oracle cards next. We have cycles. We are all becoming. Surrender to your changes. Release your fear. Trust this powerful process. With cycles, I do see that this is confirmation that this person comes into your life throughout your lifetimes. And so in a past life, you have this amazing, beautiful relationship with them. This could almost happen again for you guys. I'm just seeing that this connection that you two have is very deep, and that this person continues to come back into your life in the future lives, in your current life. So they are coming in and out of your life in lives in cycles. Yeah, so if you know this is happening again, and this might be actually a romantic cycle, and that each time you come back together again in a romantic relationship over and over again because of this deep love connection that you two have with each other. All right, next we have elegance. It is found in the beauty of nature, the lotus waiting to bloom. Be the swan on the water and glide. Elegance, this card is just so telling me that you guys come together like water. You flow together so beautifully. There are so many water cards in this reading, and not only that, the star is the Aquarius card that is also the water bearer. So even though Aquarius is an air sign, the symbol is of the water bearer. And so I feel like with this water energy and the elegance that is coming from this card with the swans on it, which by the way, swans do mate for life. With all that said, that means to me that you guys are like water. When you get together, you just flow into happiness and into abundance, and it happens very effortlessly and easily for you guys. It's like I said, it's just like this love at first sight energy, and then once you get together, you are just like flowing towards your destiny together because you both have the same wants, you have the same desires for life, you have the same destiny. So when you share the same destiny with somebody, it is so easy to live with them and to share your life with them because they are flowing in the same direction towards you, and you don't have to kind of fight upstream or try and you know, work with this person into making them understand you or anything like that, because you just flow so easily together. All right, and lastly we have rebirth. No matter what happens, you can find new wings, rise from the past, accept the positive change that is coming. Together, you guys, you know, this card has two meanings for me right now, because I'm seeing that together in this past life, when you met, it was like a rebirth for you. When you guys came together, suddenly, you know, with this star card energy, the clouds parted and everything became clear for you. You started a life together, and anything that was going wrong for you, you know, prior to meeting each other in that life, just completely turned around for you, and suddenly was just kind of like flowing with abundance for you guys with this 10 of Cups card. So what I am seeing with rebirth is also that, like we saw with cycles, this person is continuing to be reborn into your life over and over again. So you guys are both being reborn together, and you have chosen this life path. So you have chosen to really come back into new lives together, be reborn together, so that you can continue to heal together and heal not only your lifetime, but also the lifetimes in the future and the lifetime of our planet. So really together you have chosen this path with each other to come back over and over again and to really heal things, because once you guys meet in your lifetime, you like connect to each other and then suddenly begin to heal each other, begin to heal the people around you with your love, and really create new hope and new creative inspiration for people, because not only do you find yourself to be re-inspired and reborn every time you guys meet up again in a lifetime, but also I'm seeing that you also are inspiring to other people, because you bring them hope for a happy future, for a loving future, and they can feel that energy coming off of you. All right, you guys, so that is going to do for this portion of the reading. I will also be shuffling my tarot cards and doing another reading, an extended reading, where we pick up right where we left off, and let's go into further detail as to this whole story and how it plays out. And I also like to take a look at additional oracle cards that I have pulled for you guys, group 1. So you can find my extended reading in the description box below. I have a link there. I hope to see you over there. But otherwise, please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I would love to hear that and love to know that you are enjoying my content. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this love story, and if you maybe have already met this person again in this lifetime, I feel like it's going to happen for you guys for sure. And other than that, if you have not done so already, don't forget to subscribe, join our family of celestial beings, and hit that notification bell so you are notified when I post a new video every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. I hope to see you guys back again soon, but bye for now. Hello all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 2. I have your pile of cards right here with the Adventurine stone on it. So let us just dive in and see what love story has happened to you in a past life. So I'm super excited to find out for you guys. Let us start with the tarot cards. We have the Empress. We have Judgment. We have the Lovers, and we have Justice. Wow, you guys, I am blown away by this reading. I am so excited to dive into all of the messages that are coming at me right now. All right, you guys, I'm sensing you guys were royalty. Like, let's just be honest, okay? We have the Empress right away, okay? You guys were royalty, if not a queen, then some female in a high position of power. And what I'm seeing is that you may actually have been in a situation where you had to almost like make a call on somebody else's life or somebody else's circumstances, something really powerful, where this person maybe was not somebody who you were allowed to be with or allowed to fall in love with. But together, your romance and your love resulted in like not only an amazing awakening for you both at a spiritual level, because I'm seeing with the Judgment card, like when you met each other, I'm just seeing that you could not deny it, you know, even though I am sensing that like maybe you were not allowed to be with them at the time, and that almost like you had to either save their life, or that you may have even been like in opposing territories, or as though like this person was almost as if this person was maybe the head of like an opposing country or force or territory or whatever, that you guys were two almost like opposite like two, what am I trying to say? You guys were two opposing, almost like you guys were two opposing officials or like high up regal positions where you maybe were at odds with each other, but actually the two of you coming together ended up creating a beautiful balance and actually like creating peace and harmony with whatever areas, whatever families. Maybe you were kind of like Romeo and Juliet style, like two opposing families, two opposing countries coming together and like creating this beautiful loving relationship. Like, can I just say there are 4 major arcana cards here and they're all right side up. So you guys were living, this is like your most significant past life, I'm sensing. So if you have not done a past life regression, then I'm sensing that you had a very powerful position in one of your most powerful past lives where you did a lot of not only like spiritual advancement for your soul and your soul group, but also in a very expansive way for other people at the time, because you were in such a place of power. And I'm just seeing like if you were not a queen, like you were close to it in this lifetime. You met somebody that really like changed the course of history, I'm almost sensing. Even if it wasn't like a queen level, whatever you were, you know, if you were like a duchess or a lady, whatever you really were holding the position for, your relationship with this person was very powerful in a political way as well as a spiritual way. I'm just seeing that. And with justice, this is where I'm really seeing like two opposing sides coming together, creating harmony, creating a balance for nations, for countries, for territories, however it played out in your particular past life. This is a general reading, so I'm sure it's kind of a little different for each one of you, but I'm just sensing that this is the kind of relationship that you had in a past life where you two coming together was really powerful for whoever or whatever you were ruling over at that time. So this is really powerful energy, and I'm just seeing like, wow, you guys, like what an amazing, powerful love story for you two to come together. And yeah, with Judgment, I'm just seeing like I feel like, and I also feel as though like at first you guys really were not agreeing with each other, you know, like maybe you were butting heads a bit, or you just weren't expecting to like fall in love with this person. But once you got to know this person, like you couldn't deny this passionate, loving energy between the two of you. So like as that relationship grew, it just like grew into this powerful union that eventually resulted in families coming together, you know, like peace, you know, you avoided war even in some cases, or a battle of some kind, because you two were able to come together and because you were able to unite and fall in love with each other. So this is like a really powerful, epic love story that I kind of want to see a movie about, not gonna lie. Anyway, let's take a look at your oracle cards next. We have Dance. Find your heart's rhythm, step lightly and swing with the melody. Close your eyes and let joy lead the way. I'm seeing with this like frog prince image in Dance, I just see you guys at this like, okay, for this card, I just see you guys at this like regal dance or ball where you finally meet one another, and this, you know, frog prince where you almost, like I see like you almost expected him to be something else, but he ended up being, or she really, it can really depend on who you were and what gender you were in a past life, really. But yeah, meeting this person, expecting them to be like a frog prince, and then ultimately being surprised by how much you fall in love with each other. So this could even have happened like at a dance or a gathering of some kind that, you know, was all about kind of bringing together two nations, two regions, whatever that was, where you were kind of coming together and like seeing each other for the first time, having a very formal dance or formal party of some kind, and like connecting with them in just this beautiful like romantic way. This is also giving me flashbacks of Romeo and Juliet again, because, you know, of that scene where they are meeting at the ball and dancing for the first time. I'm like getting images of that in my head as well. So it's almost like unexpectedly, you know, Juliet thinks Romeo doesn't realize that that's Romeo when she's dancing with him, and then suddenly realizes, oh, they're from like warring countries or warring families, and then therefore, you know, is worried that they won't be able to be together. But for you, I am seeing that the two of you were able to make this work, were able to come together, and actually ended up being a very beautiful connection, because it ended up creating harmony and balance and justice, really, from whatever kind of conflict was happening between the two of you, and between the two of your, you know, families or nations, countries, whatever it could be for your individual story. So that's just kind of like the images I'm seeing and the messages I'm getting from that. So let's take a look at your next card. We have Awareness. Pay attention to the subtleties. Look with new eyes. There are signs and omens everywhere. I'm feeling as though, you know, suddenly you meet this person, you're suddenly gained this like new awareness, this new understanding of who this person is. And I'm seeing like, look with new eyes. Before you were seeing this person, maybe you saw them, you know, as this person who you can never possibly even like, much less fall in love with. And then you see a new side of them. You have this like romantic dance together, and suddenly you're realizing like, hey, you're aware of them at a whole new level. You know, you suddenly realize like, hey, this person is someone I'm falling in love with, and it's actually a really great thing. So awareness is all about, yeah, being being like having a new understanding of this person who you already kind of had like a preconceived notion about who they might be, and then understanding, realizing that, wait a second, like I really like this person, and falling in love with them. Like, this epic lovers card right here is just really powerful. All right, this is like a divine union for sure. All right, let's take a look at your last card, clarity. Again, clarity, awareness. Okay, banish the fog of illusion. Open your eyes to the truth. Remember the perfection of who you are. So clarity is really coming through once again to show, you know, that you gain this new understanding, this new clarity of this person. So prior, you may have had this, as I mentioned, like, you may have thought this person was like your enemy. This person may have been part of like a country or group, whatever, you know, like it could be so many things for you, but they really were part of something that you thought you could never be in love with. And suddenly you start to have this new clarity and understanding of where they're coming from. You gain his or her perspective, and you fall in love, and you bring together two sides of this whole story. So wow, you guys, like, I'm just like floored right now with the intensity of kind of like the epic proportion of you guys coming together in this past life. And this story was so clear. And yeah, the clarity of you guys coming together. So I feel like what you learned was really opening your eyes back then. You really learned at a soul level how to, and I'm seeing too with judgment, you know, you really learned at a soul level how to understand other perspectives and how to recognize that people aren't always who they seem. Because with judgment is all about clarity and a new level of awareness as well. So these cards are all confirming the same thing, which is that you really learned in this relationship, in this lifetime, how to bring together opposing forces, opposing sides, how to resolve conflict through a higher awareness, through a higher level of understanding where somebody is coming from. And this was like a big soul lesson for you through this love relationship. All right, you guys, so that's going to do it for this part of the reading. I am going to continue this reading in further detail and depth in my extended reading, where I pull even more tarot cards. I do a complete spread, and we take a look at these last few oracle cards. So if that is something you are interested in, you can head on down to the description box and click on the link for the extended readings. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did enjoy this reading. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts about this whole thing. Have you ever gotten a past life regression? Did you know that you were royalty in a past life? Let me know in the comments down below. And lastly, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel and join our family of celestial beings. And while you're at it, hit the notification bell so you're always notified when I post a new video every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Thank you guys so much. I would love for you to join our family. And I hope to see you guys back again soon. But bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 3. I have your pile right here with the red tiger's eye on it. Okay, you guys, so let's dive in and see what love story happened in your past life. And let's just start with the tarot cards. So we have the 6 of Cups. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And lastly, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, you guys, I'm seeing it as though at a very young age, you were maybe raised by another family, or maybe even like, I almost feel like your older grandparents or something like that raised you, maybe because you lost your parents at a young age, or that you had to be given away as an orphan or something of that sort to a relative, like an older aunt or a grandmother, or I'm seeing that you were raised by another family member and that they kind of took you in and took care of you. And I'm seeing with the Hanged Man that you may have met somebody in this lifetime that really changed your perspective on things. I'm almost sensing that they were kind of like an interesting person who they kind of went against the grain I'm feeling as though with the Wheel of Fortune that you may have actually given up some kind of fortune for them, because I'm seeing with the Queen of Pentacles that I'm seeing as though you may have been a very wealthy person, or that you came from a well-to-do family, but that you kind of changed your whole lifestyle to meet this person. I'm seeing that while it's almost as if you went against tradition by being with this person, but I'm seeing that they had a very strong impact on you, and that they almost like gave you a new spiritual perspective, or yeah, they really like changed your mind. They really intrigued you in that way, where you felt like you wanted to get to know them more, and they almost like, yeah, like I feel like you almost walked away from an inheritance, maybe from another person, from like somebody who maybe was interested in you or wanted to marry you, but that you walked away from that and kind of did the exact opposite of what others expected you to do. Maybe that could have even meant walking away from some wealth in order to be with this person. And really the purpose of this was almost like at a spiritual level. You were meant to gain the perspective of somebody who was not as materially focused. So you were more focused on the relationship and the love that came from that relationship, in order to kind of like learn a new side of yourself and be in the cycle of either not like full poverty, but just where you were not like a wealthy person. So it's almost like you went to their level, like you went financially to their level to be with them, and that meant like you had to walk away from the expectations of your family. And I think this was almost like at a financial loss to you, where although you got to be with the person who you really wanted to be with, you had to experience some loss in the process. And I'm seeing like this was almost like a cycle for you at a soul level, where you came into that lifetime wanting to gain that perspective and wanting to experience that with this person. So yeah, I'm seeing though, like with the Six of Cups, that there was like there was a lot of love in your life. There was a lot of caring and compassion and empathy in your life. And it did really change you a lot, because you valued that a lot more than the material abundance. You really started to recognize in that lifetime how important love and the relationship side of things was, rather than just like the material wealth. So you were not, you were really focused on the person themselves rather than like what they could offer you financially. And I think that was maybe against what other people would expect from you. But with the Six of Cups, yeah, I'm noticing that from a very young age, you understood losing a person. So I'm sensing, okay, I'm just getting this message that because you maybe lost your parents at a very young age, you realize the importance of human connection and having somebody over the material abundance that you maybe could have had. Because I'm seeing that you may have had like suitors, or you may have had people who were interested in providing that wealth for you. But they basically, I'm seeing like as if you were a female in this lifetime, I'm seeing that they maybe were offering you opportunities of wealth and abundance. And even if you were male in this life as well, you may have been able to marry into a wealthy family, with a female. So it can be different for many of you. It is a general reading. So, but I am seeing that because you maybe lost someone at a young age and were provided for by another family member, or even just maybe even like adopted by caring and loving people, that you valued that so much more, and you wanted in this lifetime, you really wanted that perspective as at a soul level. You wanted the perspective of not having, but of valuing love and human connection more than the material wealth. Okay, I'm seeing with you, group 3, that you really came into this lifetime, sometimes at a soul level, we come into a life to experience a different perspective so that you can almost gain like a higher understanding, a higher awareness of a certain feeling, a certain situation. And I feel like this was a cycle for you where you were really learning to kind of go against the grain and to really follow your heart and also value the people and the relationships in your life. I'm feeling that was the big message for you when you chose to be in this relationship, when you fell in love with this person and you had a relationship with them. So they are definitely part of your soul group and teaching you life lessons, because I am seeing that it was a very kind relationship. And although you kind of had to give up some maybe earthly goods or earthly comforts in order to be with them, I feel as though like this was a cycle for you of focusing on the things that really matter in your life and having to give up some of those like luxuries in the process. So let's take a look at your oracle cards and see what they say and what additional messages they have to offer. So we have anticipation. Something wonderful is happening. Changes in the air. Open yourself to blessings on their way. Now, I am seeing with this card that although you may have given up some, abundance or prosperity or some kind of opportunity in the process of meeting this person, I am seeing that it's almost as though because of this decision that you made to be with this person, that eventually your life started to change for the good, and that the cycle, the Wheel of Fortune, did start to turn in your favor following having to kind of like leave behind maybe a opportunity or something that seemed like it would bring you more wealth that you almost were receiving as a result of being with this person. You then received some wealth and abundance because of that, that you experienced prosperity in a different way or an unexpected way. I'm seeing with anticipation that in this lifetime you really had a faith in the future, that you always were anticipating the best outcome. I feel as though you really felt like you were very open. I'm seeing, especially with the Queen of Pentacles too, being a very open, divine feminine energy, that you were really open to blessings coming to you. So you almost had faith that life would provide, that spirit, that the universe would provide to you. And so you really did have a deep level of faith, and that really helped with this Wheel of Fortune, where you started to feel like luck was turning in your favor as well. All right, let's take a look at the next oracle card. We have gratitude. Okay, be grateful for abundance, live in appreciation for what you have, and more good things will come. This lifetime really taught you about gratitude and really taught you about really being grateful for the things that matter most to you, which at that time was the connections and the family connections that you have. And I feel as though this person may have been like a childhood friend to you, or somehow they were part of your childhood and you cared very deeply for them. And you realize, that you wanted to be with them and marry them for who they were, rather than what they could offer to you. And because of this gratitude feeling of having this love relationship that you had, it was just a very like beautiful, quiet, simple, romantic relationship that you guys shared. And you didn't want anything big, and you didn't want anything, you didn't want any kind of big display or anything like that, because you were just grateful to have each other and to be able to care for each other. So I feel like you were very comfortable and you experienced the good things in life, but you kind of gave up maybe wealth, or you gave up the opportunity to be with somebody who maybe could have provided for you better. I feel like that was really where the decision came down. It's like you chose love over money, really, essentially, in this lifetime. But you were so grateful to have that, and we're so appreciative. And like I said, like you were just happy you were really open and had that faith. And gratitude really comes from a place of faith and knowing that you were always going to be provided for by the universe. So this is really the energy and the lessons behind this lifetime in particular. And lastly, we have confidence. Be bold, rise up and stand tall. Feel the fire in your soul. you really have to walk away during this time from, again, what I mentioned before is like the expectations of your family. So you have to like step away from that and gain a new perspective, gain a boldness, and see it. You really saw that you really should be with this person rather than doing what everybody expected, rather than doing like the traditional thing as like getting married to a specific person in that lifetime. You had to kind of like step away from that, and you were confident that even though you were just like confident that the universe was going to provide for you, you know, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it, you had this like faith and knowing that if you made the choice of love over expectation, either by who, you know, was surrounding you at the time or what seems like this safe choice, you went ahead and did your own thing. Like you just kind of saw the world from a different point of view because you really appreciated, again, like you really appreciated the love of others, you really appreciated people, and you saw people for who they really were in this lifetime, and that may have even followed you into this lifetime. It's just this inner knowing of what you need to do, and this confidence and boldness to do what you feel is right for your higher good and your higher self, rather than just like is what is in front of you. You know, like, oh, well, this seems like the safe bet, I'm just gonna go with that. Rather than doing that, this lifetime really taught you, like, you know, you gotta go with your inner gut, you gotta go with your intuition, and your confidence was to be with this person, and it ended up really paying off for you in a beautiful way that ended up being like I just feel this like calming energy for this lifetime where you just were like very grateful for what you were able to have. You're very grateful for, even though it was like a very simple and quiet life, you were very happy with how it turned out, and you were happy with the simple life. Like you were happy together, being in love, sharing a marriage, sharing a home, and this confidence that you had to do that. Yeah, so this has been a beautiful reading. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I hope these messages resonated with you. If they did, please comment down below and let me know. Also, please give this video a big thumbs up so I know that you are enjoying my content. I really enjoyed this past life reading of a love story, but let me know in the comments below if you are interested in more past life readings like this one. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. And lastly, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel and join our family of celestial beings, and hit that notification bell while you're at it so you're notified every time I post every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. So I am going to continue this reading in my extended reading, which is linked down below. We'll go into even further depth on this whole story and how it all played out. I'm going to pick some more tarot cards, and we'll also take a look at these last few oracle cards that I picked for your group 3. So with that said, I do hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 4. I have your pile right here with the fluorite stone still on it. So let us dive in and see all about your love story from a past life. I can't wait to find out all about it. So let's take a look at your tarot cards first. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the 7 of Pentacles. And finally, we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm really seeing that you met this person in a time of real hardships. You may have been in poverty in this lifetime leading up to it, but I do see that you almost gained an opportunity where you started to work on something that you were really good at. So for some of you, I'm almost feeling like you became artists. And at first you were kind of like a starving artist or struggling at it, and then with the Ace of Wands you started to really flourish in your craft and you started to gain recognition for it. Because I'm also seeing with the 7 of Pentacles that you started to see your hard work paying off and really turning into a fruitful or prosperous outcome where you maybe started getting recognition for it. I do see like in this lifetime many of you were artists, maybe performers, or for some of you painters, you know, where you started to gain recognition once you became really creatively free in your work and in your passion, and you started to go for what you wanted to do. And what I'm seeing is, I'm almost seeing as if there was maybe even like a buyer of your artwork, or somebody who took interest in your work, and they ended up kind of like supporting what you were doing, maybe even investing in you in some way. But I'm seeing that this person ended up really taking a romantic interest in you as well. So they really were impressed by you and what you were doing, and it almost led to something more, where perhaps they were supporting you as an artist. Maybe they hired you or commissioned artwork from you. It could be a variety of artistic talents and creative abilities that you had. So you could be a gardener, you could have been an architect, you could have been a painter, as I mentioned earlier, or a musician. And I'm getting the sense that this person saw your work or wanted to hire you for a job or a position, or to commission something, and then it ended up being a even more relationship than was expected. So it almost started out as a business relationship, a business type transaction that really led to something more. I'm seeing that for this person, they really, maybe prior to meeting you, were very grounded, almost like very level-headed, and when they meet you, they're really going to find that your creative outlet, your creative abilities just really inspired them and brought them to a new level within themselves, where they felt like you were almost like their muse, or a way for them to connect with like an artistic side of themselves, or wanting to connect with that side of themselves, and they see that in you. They see you really passionate about your work, really passionate about what you're doing, and it was super attractive to them, and so they were attracted towards you and wanting to build this relationship with you. So this is kind of the romantic relationship I'm seeing, and you're really like the fiery energy of the relationship in this lifetime. So really, also, this really turns around for you the poverty that you were experiencing and what was holding you back. So this person could even have kind of picked you up and rescued you from a bad situation and helped you to grow your own personal business or your own personal projects, because they saw the potential in you and in your work, and your relationship together just kind of grew from there. But they're very like a reliable, structured person who you did end up having a long-term relationship with, and who really supported your endeavors and your work in the future. So let's take a look at your oracle cards and see what they have to say. Prosperity. Focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. This person really resulted in a lot of financial prosperity for you. So the coming together of you two allowed you to really flourish in your work. So maybe they gave you a position, maybe they gave you a job so that you were able to work for them, and they respected you, respected your work. And then they also began to have a romantic interest in you, and you guys came together in a loving relationship. So prosperity was really surrounding this relationship from the beginning, and this was just like the beginning of a lot of growth for the two of you. I feel like you brought each other a lot to the relationship. Like you were almost opposites in some ways, in personalities and energy. So you guys coming together helped you to grow at many levels, and especially financially. So you were able to kind of come out of maybe a situation where you were financially struggling into a place of prosperity. All right, so next we have pilgrimage. You are on a journey to your own greatness. Your soul is longing to find the way. Only you can choose your path. So with this pilgrimage, I feel that I'm getting the message, I'm getting a few messages here, because I'm getting the message that this person was a step along your journey, so that in this lifetime, the current one that you are in, and maybe even previous ones, you may not really meet up with this person again, because they were almost like one part of your journey, and that relationship really served a purpose for you and was a really beautiful romantic relationship that helped you to kind of pick yourself up and help you to heal and help you to gain a better relationship with prosperity that is actually helping you in this lifetime. but I don't see them coming back to you again in this lifetime as a similar romantic relationship. They could actually come to you in this lifetime as a friend, or just kind of like a soulmate type relationship where you interact with them at a friend's level. But they may not come back to you again as a divine love relationship. So that is coming to you in another way. But I am seeing that they were a very important part of your journey, of your spiritual journey, that is going to lead you to your divine relationship, because there was a lot of growth and a lot of lessons that you have to learn in this lifetime, where you almost have to gain a new relationship with your inner confidence. So having them kind of pick you up and build up your confidence in yourself is a really important part of this relationship. And also like growing your creative side, growing all of your artistic abilities in a new way where you felt more confident and more able to kind of share it with other people. So yeah, I'm feeling as though this was like a very healing relationship at a soul level for you to use along your journey, along your longer term soul journey. So this was just part of your pilgrimage. I'm also seeing that you really had to journey within this lifetime, that you really had to get through a lot and grow a lot before you were able to kind of meet this person. So you actually had gone through a lot before meeting this person, even just within this lifetime. I'm seeing like a lot of hardship kind of prior to meeting up with this person, maybe even living in a very difficult scenario, difficult situation prior to meeting this person, who became a very strong foundation for you and kind of like picked you up and lifted you and kind of put you back on your feet again so you can prosper. All right, so let's take a look at your final oracle card. Friendship. Be with the ones who make you shine, who love you and really care. Keep those and let the others go. As I mentioned, you know, I was not expecting that card at all. I swear to you guys, I did not see that card prior to this reading in front of you guys right now. So the fact that friendship came up really kind of confirms for me that you actually may be friends with this person in this lifetime. So they are not a divine love relationship that is going to come back over and over again. You may not have the same passion and love relationship in this lifetime. They may actually just be a friend for you, but I say just a friend, but really they are a soulmate type friend. So they are continuing to grow and learn with you. But in this lifetime, you two were in a relationship and they were really a supportive part of your life in this past life. And it was a very significant love relationship because you learned a lot of lessons that are all a part of your journey to your own greatness, which is what the pilgrimage card is all about. All right, you guys, so yeah, I'm definitely seeing that this was a very significant love relationship in your past life, that you came out of poverty and you were able to flourish and gain prosperity because of your own abilities, but also because this relationship really did help you to grow and help you to get out there and be seen and heard. And that helped you to heal maybe a lot of feelings or issues that you had surrounding abundance and prosperity, and able to bring that into your lifetimes, including the current ones. So let me know in the comments down below if you know who this person might be in your friendship relationship. Maybe you just have like a feeling like you know this is a particular person. It doesn't really matter what gender they are in this lifetime, because everybody switches gender, or even what role they are playing in this lifetime either. But in a past lifetime, you guys did have a relationship together that was a very strong love relationship, because it is coming up in this reading. And this is all about, you know, significant love relationships in your past life. So I hope this reading was helpful to you. Give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. That really helps me to know that you are enjoying my content. I really appreciate that. And also, I do want to mention I will be continuing this reading in my extended readings, which I link to in the description box down below. So you can head on over to the extended reading next if you want to find out even more information about this whole love story, and we go into further depth as to the entire scenario surrounding your relationship. And we also take a look at these final oracle cards that I have picked for you guys. So that is going to do it for this reading. If you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button down below and join my family of celestial beings. And also, click that notification bell so you're always notified when I post a new video every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. I hope to see you guys back again soon, but bye for now.